Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And I try to do a live through YouTube, and it's not letting me because we need 1,000 subscribers. And so, if you are getting this and you have not subscribed yet, click subscribe down on the bottom right. And I'm just now leaving a church service at Life Church in Washington, PA, and upon my arrival, I had the Lord spoke to me early this morning, and he gave me the picture of an open Bible with really large red letters and small black letters with a man that was walking on top of the word. And so on my drive here to Washington, PA, I knew right away that the information was for the pastor, because we have opened our doors. He has opened the doors in Washington, PA for church service this morning. Now, many churches are closed due to the scare that's around us right now, but this particular church doesn't have to do that because it's small in numbers and they don't meet the quota that the government has called for. But the churches that have closed, they have to abide by authority. That's the right thing to do, and that's what God calls us to do. And so, while we were in service today, as soon as I walked in, actually, Pastor John was standing there in the corridor, and I said to him, I said, I had an image from the Lord this morning, and I wanted to know if you were up for receiving it. And he said, absolutely. And so I shared with him that God showed me that he was standing on the promises of God, that, if he had any doubt in opening those doors, that God was with him, that we are fully protected, and basically that, just to clear his heart if he had any doubt whatsoever for opening those doors. And he received it in full. Well, church began, and somebody got up to talk to open the presentation, and the man was speaking, and right out of the gate, he talked about standing on the promises of our God. And so it was just confirmation for what the Lord had showed me this morning in this beautiful vision that he gave. And as the service unfolded, if you've been following me on Facebook or on YouTube, we've been unpacking Exodus chapter 12, and how the Lord freed the Israelites from bondage, which is what his people are in right now, and how he freed them through the Passover lamb. Well, when the service started, it was about the very same thing that we did live on Facebook last night. And so it was just confirmation after confirmation of the things that the Lord has been speaking to his people. He really wants them to get this. And as this lady is talking, the pastor's wife, she starts to lose her voice. Like the enemy came in out of nowhere, and she kept apologizing. She kept saying, I don't know where this is coming from, and she kept taking a drink. Well, then the pastor gets up to talk, and he's about 5 minutes in. He starts to lose his voice. And identifying the enemy at work, because what he wants to do is steal the voices of the Christians and of the Christ followers. That's his tactic. He wants to instill fear. He wants to remove our voice. And so the pastor had us all lay our hands on our voice, and he declared the adversary gone, and he rebuked him off his people, that we will proclaim the voice of God. We will bring peace in this situation. We will bring comfort. We are called to be the salt and light of the earth. And so he said this magnificent prayer and rebuked the enemy, and he carried on with the service without any problems. Nothing was wrong with his voice, no more hoarseness. It was all clear. And, we also camped out in Psalms 91, which is where I've been sending you day after day through my live Facebook feed. And so, until I get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I am unable to go live. So if you could please share with your family and friends so that, we can do this live communication, so that I can communicate with you back and forth when you have questions. You would get, all of me then. And so, I just want to encourage you to be the light in the dark, and the darker that it gets, when light shows up, the brighter the light looks. And I just want you to camp out there, open up the word, stand on the promises of God, and just remain, faithful and true to him, because there is an end in sight, and he is covering his people. And if you have not received the Lord as your Savior, please let me know, and I'll make sure that you are completely covered in the blood. God bless you the rest of the day today, and peace be with you through this hour. And much love. Bye-bye.